Travel robot presence. Hey, in this video we are going to talk about the top 10 things to do in Vermont. Vermont is equal parts myth and reality, home to a mystique that other states can only envy. A mere mention of its name, and images appear. Sunlit meadows of black and white cows, dazzling white ski trails, tidy hillside farms, blazing red maple trees along a stone wall, covered bridges, buckets collecting sap for maple syrup. Certainly these idyllic scenes still exist, although less picturesque plastic tubing has replaced most of the buckets, and many of the farms may now be chic B&Bs. Another Vermont exists alongside this idealized one, represented by bustling Burlington, the outlet malls of Manchester, Killington's frenetic après-ski scene, and Brattleboro's unlikely blend of gritty blue-collar and 70s hippies grown up. Even the state's mainstay of agriculture has a new look, as dozens of artisanal cheesemakers transform Vermont's dairy industry, and tourists eagerly follow the Vermont Cheese Trail to sample them. So before starting this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Let's get started. Number 10. STOWE, with a covered bridge, white-spired church, weathered barns, and ski trails down the mountainside. STOWE is everybody's image of Vermont. At the foot of Mansfield and in the heart of the state's snow belt, it's also the town that most personifies the glory days of Vermont's early ski industry, a heritage that's explored here in the Vermont Ski Museum. Although avid skiers had climbed the mountain long before that, and a rope tow was installed in 1937, things really took off in 1940, when the first chairlift was opened. It's not all about skiing. You'll find shops and boutiques, art galleries, dining, and lodging of all sorts. Exhibits of works by Vermont-based artists are shown in the Helen Day Art Center. You can rent bicycles to ride, or you can walk or skate along the 5.3-mile STOWE Recreation Path, a paved multi-use route through meadows and woods alongside the river, with beautiful views of Mansfield. Number 9. Church Street Marketplace. In the heart of downtown Burlington, Church Street is only 4 blocks long, but it forms a wide, traffic-free space for public events and a lively street life even in Vermont's cold winters. Along with the festivals scheduled throughout the year, it's a place for sidewalk cafes, benches, and public artworks, and the buildings alongside it are filled with shops, restaurants, and boutiques. In the summer, when everyone is outdoors, it has the feel of an Italian piazza. A mural, everyone loves a parade, by Canadian muralist Pierre Hardy decorates a wall, and other artworks include a life-sized statue of a local jazz artist and a fish fountain crafted of metal. It's no wonder this has been named one of the great public spaces in America. It's also listed as a National Register Historic District. You can stay close to the action, only a block away at the Hotel Vermont. This hip, modern inn has a local community ethic and lovely views of Lake Champlain from its upper-floor guest rooms. Number 8. Burlington Bike Path and Waterfront Park. A paved bicycle path borders 8 miles of Burlington's Lake Champlain shoreline, extending from Oakledge Park north to the Winooski River. Alongside is a graded path for walkers and runners, with benches at points with the best views across the lake. The path connects several parks that mark the shoreline, and a boardwalk forms a promenade along the central section. Here, you'll find the E.C. Hill Lake Aquarium and Science Center and Vermont's only All-America display garden, where flowering ornamental plants bloom through summer and fall. Waterfront Park is the site of several festivals in the summer, and picnic tables along the route invite a lakeside lunch. In the spring, the path is lined by brilliant blooming azaleas, and at any time of year, this is Vermont's best spot for watching the spectacular sunsets over Lake Champlain. Number 7. Vermont's year-round ski resorts. From the slopes of Mount Snow in the south to Jay Peak in the north, skiing extends the entire length of Vermont. Some of the top ski resorts in the east are here, and the state's nearly 24 ski mountains offer downhill ski experiences for everyone, from young children and beginners to experts training for the Olympics. State-of-the-art snowmaking and grooming keeps slopes and trails in top condition from December through March. Winter isn't the only time you can enjoy Vermont's ski resorts, however. The larger ones have on-mountain activities all year, offering mountain slides, rope courses, mountain biking, and scenic rides on the lifts that carry skiers to the summits in the winter. Resorts at the base have spas, swimming pools, Segway rides, golf, and activities for all ages. Number 6. QUECHEE Gorge. Vermont's deepest gorge was formed by glaciers about 13,000 years ago and has continued to deepen by the constant action of the QUECHEE River, which you will see flowing 165 feet below. The best place to view the gorge is from the walkway along the arched iron bridge that carries Route 4 across the top. A trail leads through the woods beside the rim to the bottom of the gorge, where you can see the lower part of it from water level. Close to the gorge, also on Route 4, is the excellent Vermont Institute of Natural Sciences, VENNINGTON, a nature center where injured raptors are rehabilitated and returned to the wild. Number 5. Bennington Battle Monument and Museum. The 306-foot-high obelisk, visible for miles around, commemorates the 1777 battle fought about 5 miles west of Bennington, which turned the tide against the British by splitting British General John Burgoyne's forces in half, making the final American victory possible. You can bypass the monument's 412 steps by taking an elevator to the top for views. The nearby Bennington Museum is best known for its extensive collection of works by primitive folk artist Grandma Moses, along with her schoolhouse painting studio. The museum is also especially strong in its collections of Bennington pottery, furniture, toys, American glassware, and Victorian quilts. You'll also find fine art and artifacts from the colonial and Civil War periods. Number 4. MONTSHIRE Museum of Science. Do touch seems to be the motto of the MONTSHIRE, where each of its 125 exhibits begs for hands-on interaction. Kids can make soap bubbles grow bigger than they are, understand how movies are made by creating their own, experiment with light beams, navigate a labyrinth powered by air, watch a live boa constrictor, or see leafcutter ants at work demolishing foliage. Even the building is designed for curious kids, with color-coded ventilation ducts and exposed construction supports. Nature trails explore the 110 acres of grounds alongside the Connecticut River. Number 3. Billings Farm and Museum. Spreading across the wide, flat landscape of the QUECHEE River Valley, the Billings Farm and Museum carries on the education mission of Frederick Billings. Former owner of the farm and of the forests above that are now part of the national park. Billings created the farm to demonstrate the value of sound environmental practices in raising livestock. The working farm continues to educate, as well as show what Vermont farming and rural life was like in the days before modern equipment did much of the work. You can tour the farm manager's house and dairy, visit livestock barns, watch cattle milking, make your own butter, and learn other old-fashioned rural skills in hands-on programs. Number 2. Green Mountain National Forest. Vermont's vast national forest lies in 2 sections along the mountain chain that forms the state's spine and makes east-west travel a challenge. Nearly every route across these mountains leads over a gap, a mountain pass that may be good for viewing the scenery, but not so good for winter travel. In fact, some of these roads close entirely during the winter. Follow these the rest of the year to discover waterfalls, national forest campgrounds, scenic places to picnic, trails to hike, and a world of nature. The Appalachian Trail crosses through the southern section of National Forest, and the Long Trail follows the chain the entire length of the state from the Canadian to the Massachusetts borders. Route 100, often called the Skier's Highway, weaves back and forth among the mountains as it makes its way north, connecting many of Vermont's ski areas, from Mount Snow to STOWE and Jay Peak. Number 1. Ben & Jerry's. Unquestionably Vermont's most popular tourist attraction for children, Ben & Jerry's Factory Tour is a favorite experience for adults, too. On the 30-minute guided tour of the factory, you'll watch workers as they make and package ice cream, while a guide explains the process. On days when the factory is not operating, you'll still see inside it, but a movie will show it in action. Of course, a sample of the day's flavor is included, and you can sample more flavors before choosing your favorite at their scoop shop. The gift shop sells B&J goods, and you can take ice cream with you in insulated carriers. Be sure to visit the Flavor Graveyard to mourn the loss of their dearly deep-hinted flavors, and to smile at the past tongue-in-cheek names. If you love similar content like this, take a look at my other videos. And if you like it, please smash the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. If you have further questions, feel free to comment down below. See you in the next video.